So I wanted to take you through how to access the activities for distance learning. The best way I have found is to go to the Vern Duncan Elementary School website. In order to do that, make sure that you're logged into Google Chrome. That is the best platform and search engine and can handle all the activities the best. That's what we've been told at least. So click up here in your address bar, and if it was me, I'd type in North Clackamas School District, Duncan Elementary, NCSD, Duncan Elementary. And then you just hit enter and you will come up as Vern Duncan Elementary. I'll click on that and that gives me our home page. In order to go here, you can see this distance learning for all. I click on it and look, I have Classlink, I have the Google Apps, and I have Google Classroom. Or you can even scroll down and see your teacher's websites. If I wanted to go to Miss Welch's, I could just click right here. So I like going through Classlink. So let me show you how to do that. So I'm going to click on Classlink, and I'm going to use a student's login so that way I can show you exactly what your screen's going to look like because it looks so different on my end. So I'm using as students. You don't have to do the @nclac.org, but you should be logged in using their email. That's their email, the @nclac.org. But the email is actually not active for elementary students, but you can use that as a Google sign-in. So you would just do your user name that you've been given and the password to sign into Google, and then it's so much easier to access everything. Um, I hope that makes a little bit more sense. And then just type in your password and then enter sign in. Takes it a second to load. And what I like about this is you're signed in here. You can tell. I can drop down. I'm signed in as Brock today. And I can come over here to see all the different activities. These are lots of tools you can use and have fun learning with. I want to go to Google Classroom, so it's right up here. I see that little Google Classroom signal, green with a little guy in it. I click on it, and it's going to take me right to my Google Classroom. If I had to add a classroom, I could hit this plus join classroom and then enter the code that you've been given. Remember, you have to be signed in the students' username and password on Google Chrome. It won't sign in if you're signed in your email as a parent, only as a student. So here is Brock has Miss Welch's classroom, the kindergarten music, health and wellness, the PE, and the Duncan counseling. So all these are classes that he can enter, and there's different activities on them all. I'm going to show you Miss Welch's classroom, our classroom. The key piece here is on the stream, it's just announcements that are happening. What I always recommend is check out the announcements. For example, if you're getting tons of notifications from Google Classroom, I've showed you a way of how to turn that off. You just come up here and you could, did you see that? I went a little fast. You come over here to the three little lines. I click on it and I'm going to go down to settings. And then I can come down to where you can turn off your notifications, class notifications, turn email off. So I'm going to do that, and I'm going to turn off any emails for my classroom. And that way you're not constantly getting all those emails into your inbox if you're a parent that's been signed in to the Google Classroom, and that way your email won't get full all the time. So I'm just going to turn all those off. That way you're not going to keep getting email notifications. So I'm going to go back to my classes. Once again, I have all these choices. So these three little lines help navigate through the website of Google Classroom. It's one way that you could go. So I'm going to go into Miss Welch's kindergarten. I'm going to go to classwork. That's going to show me what my student has to do for the week, what they have logged in or what they have not logged in. We've put learning at home. That's where you get that menu that we started with on our classroom website. It's also placed here. And so you can just click right there and it will open up into a new window. And there's going to be links on here. So wherever there's a blue, you can always click on it to be able to get to the activities. So I click on the picture. Right here is a slideshow. Or I click over here, there's a slideshow. I could also click on the words and there'll be the same exact slideshow. We've tried to link it in a couple different ways to make it user friendly. So our goal is for you to be doing at least 45 minutes of learning each day. So like for Monday, you could choose some of these activities to do. I would really highly encourage you to always do the math, the phonics, and the reading. And the cell here, social emotional learning, are fun activities, kind of some brain breaks throughout the day. So I would include those more as fun activities, whereas I'd encourage my child to be doing the reading, the phonics, and the math. And down here also, there's 2 days of science that you could stretch out over a few of the days as well. You don't have to do it on Tuesday. You don't have to do it on Wednesday. It's just the location that we had it on our menu of options. There's also the Google Classroom teachers here that you can see as well. So coming back up here, let me just show you an activity, for example. Let's say it was Thursday. So I would click on here. I'm going to do this activity, so I just click on it. And what we've done is we've made it so if you come up to the present button, or if you're on a laptop, it's just or a cell phone or a tablet, it's just a little arrow. Click on the arrow. And what's really nice about that is audio will begin playing right away. We've added an audio feature to each slide in order to make this. So, and you click.
Today we're going to make more connections.
So I'm going to exit out of that. So if you'll notice when I'm in that present mode, if I hover down at the bottom, I'm going to go ahead and play it one more time. I turned my mic off so it doesn't, so you can't hear me talking. So I'm going to go back up here to this little, it allows me to navigate through the slides. I'm going to go to the first slide. Click present. It will automatically start playing audio and walk you through the activities. So that's easy for you to you or your child to navigate. All you have to do is hover down here and you get a menu of bars. So if I go away, that box will go away as well. Takes it always a few seconds. There it went. So if I need to navigate, I can just click through to the next slide. If I'm all done, I can hit exit, or I can click escape on my keyboard. So if I exit, it goes away. So those are some of the activities. Here, for example, when I'm in present, I'm going to go ahead and present it. Whenever you see one of these little arrows, it's for the YouTube videos. You can click on it. I have my sound turned off so you can't hear it right now, but it will automatically play that video. If you want, you can even come down here on the box and make it full screen. And then when you're done, just click the little box again or hit escape. I need to hit escape on my computer. So that is the way you can navigate through the slideshows. Once again, when I'm all done, I can just push pause. I can come down here and click through the arrows, or I can use my arrows. I'm going to use my arrows on my keyboard. And I'll go to the next slide. I hope that will help you.